Hello everyone and welcome to The Gaming Club. Today I would like to talk about mobile games and try to figure out why don't we perceive them something threatening. To make it more organized, I have split this episode into three. In the first part, I would like to cover some theory and background story. Secondly, I'll explain why do I believe mobile games are more dangerous to adults than to kids. Lastly, I'm going to share a few real-life stories and steps those people took to cope with the situations they consciously walked into. Let's start with some background. The first question is, what devices can you play video games on? I'm pretty sure you heard about gaming on computers, consoles such as PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, and many others, and some portable devices like mobile phones and tablets. Next question is, which of these devices do you think brings the most revenue to the game developers? First guess probably will be either PC or one of the popular consoles. Am I right? Very few people would even take portable gadgets into the equation. If you played on a mobile game yourself or have seen your kids doing that on some tablet, you are quite confident 99.9% of such games are for free. Literally, they come with a zero price tag, just download and play. And that's correct, they are free to start playing. Here comes a big surprise. How would you feel if I tell you that neither PC nor console games are making the most money in the game industry? For the past decade, video games on mobile devices have shown steady revenue growth. Mobile games developers' income was growing almost exponentially until those games generated more revenue than PC and console ones. And if this trend remains, by 2023, mobile games will be making more money than the rest of the platforms altogether. Is a free-to-play game really free? Let's start with the definition one can find on Wikipedia. Free-to-play, also known as F2P or FTP video games, are games that give players access to a significant portion of their content without paying. Yes, you can download a free-to-play game completely for free. You can start playing, earn some progress and satisfaction from multiple things you acquired for free at the start. And the longer you play, the more options you'll unlock and feel more rewarding about the time you've invested. At a certain moment, you start feeling less and less powerful. Your progression will slow down. You will either need to wait for some in-game resources to recover or repeat certain actions so many times that you'll be able to do them with your eyes closed. However, the progress will remain too slow, and the more advanced items you now wish getting are not even available for you as a free-to-play person. Luckily, game developers are here to give you a helping hand and keep you progressing further into the new world. For a small fee, of course, but real money this time. Well, it's just $1 or $5. What's the big deal? I'll explain that later. Let's go through mechanics first. Depending on the game, there are several types of paid aids utilized. Regardless if they were implemented on their own or combined, the most common are customized visual style, aka skins. Your in-game building character or vehicle can be altered with a nicer appearance than the default one. Often comes with additional bonuses that are not available otherwise. Most probably visible to other players directly in the game or easy to share with the social networks. What you pay real money for? Obtaining a skin is possibly exclusively via the in-game shop. Helps you look unique in the playing crowd. Next one is resource-oriented or energy bars. An in-game action requires you to spend a certain amount of resources to proceed further. It can be implemented as a countdown timer. For example, new action is available after 15 minutes cooldown, or as a resource bar, petrol for your vehicle, stamina for your character, more troops of your boosts, and so on. What you pay real money for? Resetting timers, energy bars to have additional chances of performing the desired action, meaning your progress quicker than those who prefer to rely on the default refresh rate. Power boosters allow an immediate increase in your character's parameters, your troop attack defense ratings, vehicle speed, buildings production, and stuff like that. Usually obtainable in small quantities by performing daily in-game events or progressing story missions. What you pay real money for? Getting same boosters from the in-game shop, intentionally or not, available in limited amounts with the price tag growing exponentially the more you buy them. Premium currency. Majority of the games come with internal currency system used to measure the price of the in-game goods. While the main currency is normally earned by playing and progress in the game, it is often accompanied by a superior one, sometimes even two, but can be more than that. The idea of premium currency is to wipe the effect of buying some in-game goods directly and inject a middleman denoting the value of the real money. What you pay real money for? Topping up the virtual currency balance. You can spend it immediately or later on, literally on any in-game aspect, starting from getting special goods, ending with temporary power effects. Loot boxes. A consumable virtual item allowing you to obtain more in-game items via randomized selection or drop. can be existing item or premium item currency described above. The rarer item is, the lesser chance of getting it dropped from the loot box, forcing the player to try his luck until he gets what he wants. Quite a common approach is offering players free loot box per day with a limited pool of prizes and a premium one with extended rewards. What you pay real money for? Loot boxes, packs of loot boxes, special events loot boxes, you have achieved the stage loot boxes, and so on. Capsule toy vending machine or gacha. Similar to the loot boxes, gacha mechanics comes from East, faring particularly well in Japan. You spend some amount of the in-game currency for a chance to pull a special card, can be a character, a booster, an improvement, well, any item, in a slot machine / roulette style. The main difference from loot boxes is that you can progress further in the game without doing enough gacha pulls. While game developers grant players a certain amount of pulls for free, per day, per week, per event, usually it's not enough for any meaningful progress. So what you pay real money for, the additional gacha pools, allowing to progress faster or getting higher rank in the competitive game events. How mobile games took over? I believe there was a combination of factors. My short response will be following: due to accessibility. On one side, you don't need to buy or build a PC. You don't need a TV for plugging the console into, and you don't need to pay a typical $60 price tag for a new game. And you already own a mobile phone anyway. On the other side, your mobile phone is always with you. You can play while commuting, over lunch, or when kids fall asleep. It is powerful enough to run a decent-looking game. It doesn't consume space on your desk, doesn't occupy a TV in your living room. And once again, you don't have to pay for a game to start playing. Last but not least, your game catalog, progress, and preferences are connected to one single account. Either it's iOS or Android One. You don't need to think if the game is compatible with PC, Xbox, PlayStation, or any other device. You just download what you like from the store. You don't need to worry if you lost or changed your phone. Once you signed in on your new device, all your library will be available again. You don't care about specific payment method either. As soon as you have a credit card connected to the store, there is no need to go outside. While I was not able to find a reliable source for the number of games available per mobile platform, Steam, which is the most popular PC gaming platform, has reached only 30,000 of games. If we take Google Store as an example, out of 3 million apps, it has over 430,000 games. But it's not about the number, it's about the time spent on the phone. Most recent I could find was from April, when COVID was not even considered as a big threat. And in April, we can see the average time spent on the mobile phone increased by 13.9%. So a lot of people suddenly found themselves locked home for an extended period of time. While it caused tremendous growth in the video streaming services like Netflix, YouTube, and similar, we've also started to play more than before. Have you noticed how some of the most interesting aspects of human's nature got amplified by the current COVID situation? Let's try to put a puzzle together where it's related to the gaming. A sudden increase in your spare time, since you don't travel, commute less or not at all, meet your close ones on fewer occasions, there is a void you need to fill in. What you got left to do, if you watched all available episodes of your favorite TV show, read a book, exercise, took care of your house routine, you name it, play. If you never played before or not really into this topic, I assume you think a computer is just for work and console is for kids. You won't probably buy one for yourself because, well, you're an adult. After the next iteration of boredom, you'll decide to install a game on your phone. Well, it's free anyway, why don't give it a try? Provided your income has not changed, an abundance of money on your account might be not easy to deal with. I'm not speaking about millions here, just a spare $100, or 200, 500. Add here the fact how easy it is to buy something on your phone. Just scan your fingerprint and purchase is completed. And do you like shopping? Well, purchasing real goods has a limit, mostly limited by the physical dimensions of the place that you live in. Spending on non-existing virtual goods doesn't have any limits. A new routine. Majority of games come with a set of daily tasks, completing which will earn you extra rewards. It creates a habit. First, you don't even notice it. Then you're afraid to miss a day because it might end your weekly, monthly streak and result in a bigger reward being lost. And virtual friends. Since you don't hang out with your coworkers, friends, relatives, or anyone close to you, at a certain point, you will find a community of people playing the same game. They understand you really well, mostly grown-ups with a job and family, looking for some entertainment, safe and easy to start. You talk via the in-game chat, you meet on the daily basis to complete events you have in common. Now you don't want to fall behind, and if they spend in-game, you'll spend as well. Soon I will publish my next article describing how the game developers make use of certain human weaknesses and benefit from the current lockdown. Thanks for listening, and I wish you a nice day.